Hey guys, so today I thought it would be fun if I could show you my shoe collection. Now it's mostly like sneakers, but there are a few sandals and boots, and of course there are a few that are actually thrifted, which is really fun. I have about 16 pairs of shoes that I'm going to show you guys, so let's get into it. So I think we're going to start off with the Converse because I have a few pairs of those. The first are these basic black low top Converse. Now I'm not a huge fan of the low top Converse. I actually got these for Christmas a long time ago, but they do work for like certain outfits, and these I actually ended up like embroidering this sort of like vine detail onto them, so that kind of sort of spiced things up a bit and has made me more keen to wearing them. Okay, so the next pair of Converse I have are these just blue high top Converse. I thrifted these recently and I was actually looking for a burgundy pair, but I just never came across them at the thrift store, so when I saw the blue I thought that was a really good color option as well, and I really like these. I've worn them a ton. They do have a bit of wear, like the logo's kind of like rubbed off, but it just kind of adds to like the overall look of them. And honestly, Converse are just like so classic. They never go out of style, and you can always find a pair at the thrift store, so they're super easy to thrift. Okay, so the next pair of Converse and the last pair I have are just these basic white Converse. My sister actually got these for me this past Christmas, and these are honestly the shoes that I did not know I needed in my life. I honestly wear these all the time. They're so comfortable. I don't know what it is, if like the newer versions they've like changed them a bit, but they literally feel like you're walking on a cloud. Like, I don't understand. Compared to my thrifted ones, the sole's super flat, but like these are so insanely comfortable. But yeah, they just go with pretty much every single outfit. And I was never a huge fan of white shoes, but white has kind of been like my favorite color to wear on my feet now. So okay, so now we're gonna get into the Vans. There's quite a few because I'm definitely more of a Vans girl, and these are actually pretty much every single pair of Vans I've owned since I got my first pair in like high school. So these are my oldest pair of Vans. They're just these like burgundy low top Vans, and as you can see they are quite worn, especially because they have kind of been my shoe I've been wearing the most when I'm skateboarding, so that's definitely worn them out. There's like holes on the sides, the soles are like totally coming apart, so I do think it's actually time to retire these, but I still want to keep them. I might like hang them up in my room or something. I've seen people do that before and I think it's kind of cool, but I love these shoes to death. Like, if you know me, you know burgundy is like one of my favorite colors to wear, so of course I chose these ones. I mean, they still do have life left in them, but to be honest, like the soles are super worn. It makes it really hard to like grip my skateboard, so I might break them out every once in a while, but for now I'm probably just going to choose a different shoe when I'm skateboarding. Okay, so next are these are just like the really classic black low top Vans. I also got these some point when I was in high school. These ones honestly might be older than the last pair I just showed. As you can see, I just haven't worn them as much, and they're of course super classic. Low tops were like all the rage back in the day, so these were definitely one of my go-tos. I don't wear them as often anymore, but I still love them. They're just a classic pair of shoe, honestly an essential in a Vans collection. Okay, so next are these red low top Vans. They're really cool because they're like red all over, like even the back little Vans logo is red. I actually got these from Winners so many years ago, and I remember them being like a super good deal. Red is actually my favorite color, and honestly I do not wear these enough. Like, I think that red pop of color would be just like such a cool look like as part of an outfit, so I definitely need to start wearing these more. And because they are my like least worn pair of Vans, I might actually start wearing them when I'm skateboarding, just because I probably wouldn't care as much if they got a little bit ruined. But yeah, those are my red Vans. So next are these old school low top Vans. These are super classic. I wear them all the time. You can probably see like the color is a little bit faded. That tends to happen over time with these ones, but yeah, these are just an awesome shoe. Love the striped little detail down the side, so cool. These I got a little more recently. I think I got them at some point when I was like in college, so such a classic. You can really wear these with like basically any outfit. So next are these blue high top old school Vans. I actually thrifted these. I was so excited because when I saw them come out with this blue version of the old schools, I immediately like fell in love with them. But because I already had like the classic black ones, I was like, okay, I don't need both. But when I saw these at the thrift store, especially in the high top version, I couldn't believe it. The details are just so cool. Like obviously the blue there, the little like stitching on the foot, and this little like tag on the tongue. I don't know, they just make them like super unique and cool. Obviously love the style of the high tops. These are my only high top Vans, so they're very special to me. And when I thrifted them, they were honestly in like a brand new condition. Like I don't think anyone wore them before. Now I don't wear these as often, and the biggest reason is because they're honestly a pain to put on. Like you really have to undo all the laces to get your foot in there. So that's kind of why I don't reach for them as much. But I definitely should wear them more, especially in the summer with like shorts. I think that would be very cute. So next are these low top checkerboard slip-on Vans, which I also technically thrifted. I actually got these for free. What a deal. Someone was giving them away on Facebook Marketplace, and I hopped on that so quick because I had been looking for checkered slip-on Vans at the thrift store for so long, pretty much all of last summer. So I was super excited to see someone was just giving these away in my size, which is also crazy, and I'm just obsessed with them. I love them. Checkerboard has also been like making a really big comeback recently, and these are actually in the blue, which I personally would have never like got just because I wanted like the more classic black ones, but I actually really like the blue, and I'm actually glad that they're this color. But yeah, they're obviously super comfortable, super easy to wear, and I love these. Okay, so next, these are my last pair of Vans, but these are just the Vans old schools in white with actually Velcro instead of laces. I love these. These are so cool and unique. I know some people don't love the Velcro, but I think it's so cool. And one of my friends actually won a writing contest for Vans and ended up getting like a gift card, and she was super sweet and asked me if I wanted a pair of Vans, like she would buy it for me. So that was so nice of her, and I figured if I was going to get a pair, I might as well like be a little more adventurous and get something that I probably wouldn't have typically bought for myself. And that's why I went with the Velcro. And yeah, they're just so cool, especially in the white color. Like I said, I'm gravitating more to white shoes recently, so they just look really good with like, once again, pretty much every outfit. I will say though that you might think the whole point of Velcro is like to make it easier to put on, but they are a little bit annoying to put on because when you open the Velcros and like try to put your foot in, they usually like start to close before you can get your actual foot in. So that's a little bit annoying, but for the aesthetic, definitely worth it. Okay, so next, these are kind of like the odd ones out, but they are just these Tommy Hilfiger white platform shoes that I actually thrifted. And these are just so cool. I don't really have any other platform sneakers, so when I saw these at the thrift store, I was super excited about them, especially Tommy Hilfiger. Like, you don't really come across Tommy shoes, at least I don't usually. But yeah, they just have like the Tommy logo on the tongue here, on the laces, and then like at the back. And yeah, they're just really nice to give you like a little extra height, have more of like a chunky sneaker look. And I was never really a huge fan of like the Fila Disruptors or like those kind of chunky shoes, but I feel like these ones are a lot more simple and a little bit more subtle with the sole. It's not like a huge platform, so I really love these. Once again, in a white color, you can't really go wrong. Okay, so that was all of my sneakers, so now we're gonna move on to sandals. I have a few pairs, and the first pair are my Birkenstocks. I forget what style these are, but as you can see, they are not like the classic two-strap ones. They have like a little bit more of like an intricate strap. I just really like that detail. I tend to like really strappy shoes, so the extra strappiness really added to that look. And these are actually my first pair of Birkenstocks ever. I wore them for the first time last summer, and man, like Birkenstocks are so worth the investment. I used to wear like the really cheap Walmart versions, and they're super uncomfortable. They always kind of like dig into your feet. So if you're thinking about it, I would highly recommend getting the real thing because they are so comfortable and are gonna last you so long. Like, these have been on like hikes with me, like through rivers, and like they've been through a lot, and they're still in very good condition. So these are definitely my like go-to summer sandal. Okay, so next we have these shoes. So these are definitely more of the classic two-strap Birkenstock look, except these aren't actually real Birkenstocks, and they're actually like the foam kind. Last summer, Birkenstocks came out with their like foam version of their sandals, sandals. So when I saw these at Canadian Tire for like way cheaper, I had to get them. They're probably the most comfortable sandal like you could possibly wear because they're literally made from foam. And the thing is with the Birkenstock version of these, they're actually both made from the exact same type of foam. I think it's called like EVA foam or something like that. So the only real difference between the two is that the Birkenstock version is gonna say Birkenstock on the little buckle. So honestly guys, like even though I recommend getting real Birkenstocks of like the cork leather versions, for the foam versions I would say don't waste your money, and there are many dupes out there that are literally made from the same material for a lot better of a price. But yeah, I just love these. Even besides the comfort, they're just like a classic look with the two straps in black. Pretty much go with everything. Okay, so next for sandals are my Doc Marten chunky platform sandals. I love these so much. I had been eyeing them for a while and I was kind of hoping I could thrift them, but then I quickly realized like these are just too new of a style and I'm not gonna find them at the thrift store. So last summer I finally caved. I actually got a pretty good discount on them. I think I saved like maybe 20 bucks on them and I got them new. But yeah, these are just so freaking cool. I think these ones are the Blair sandal, I believe. They of course have the chunky platform with the classic yellow Doc Marten stitching. They got all the straps here. I love a strappy sandal, and the classic Doc Marten's little like pull tab at the back. But yeah, these are basically like the coolest sandals you can own. I did end up getting these in a size smaller than I normally would. I'm a size 8. I got them in a 7 because I really did a lot of research and read through all the reviews, and pretty much every single person said to get a size down. And I think that was a good decision because they do fit pretty perfectly, and I could definitely see how if I went a size up, they would probably look a little too big on me. But the only thing is, these are probably the most uncomfortable shoes I own. Every time I wear them, I try to break them in and they just give me the worst blisters and cut my like feet, especially like right here. It really digs into my foot, and I've tried to like wear them with the strap a little looser. I'm like, maybe that's a problem, or maybe they're too loose, I need to tighten the strap, and I feel like either way, no matter what, they just still give me the worst blisters. So I haven't worn them yet this summer, but we're gonna see how they do. I find when I'm walking like indoors, it's not really a problem, but when I'm outside and you know my feet start to get a little sweaty and there's like more friction, that's when it really hurts. So hopefully I can break them in this summer. If not, I might just have to wear like band-aids every time I wear them. But they are so cool, and I definitely don't regret like purchasing them, but I'm just hoping that they'll get a little bit more comfortable over time. Okay, so lastly we have boots. I only have a couple pairs, but the first pair are my Doc Martens, and I actually thrifted these babies. I've told this story before, but I will tell it again because it is crazy. Basically, I was in Toronto for a job interview, and after the interview I decided to go to this One Valley Village that I had always seen and always wanted to go to, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw these Doc Martens sitting on the shoe shelf in the men's section. I was so excited, I ran over to them immediately. I'm pretty sure like one of the employees was literally like stocking the shoes and like must have just put them out. And what do you know, what are the chances? They are literally in my perfect size. Like, I had adrenaline, like actual adrenaline pumping through me when I tried these on and like realized they fit. And they were honestly in really good condition too. Like, they were a little bit dirty, but like other than that, like they were good to go. And guys, the best part is that these were literally $13. I kid you not. $13 for a pair of Doc Martens. Like, I thrifted these like literally 2 years ago, but every single time I wear them, I still like think about what a good deal I got on them. And you know, I didn't end up getting that job, but I got these, and honestly, I think this was a better deal, so. But yeah, these are just like the classic version of the Doc Martens. They're not like the platforms or anything like that. I think they're called like the 1400 or something like that. They're the Doc Martens 50 years anniversary version. They just have the emblem here, which I don't really care for, but still kind of cool. And honestly, these are like probably the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned. I literally pretty much exclusively wear them in the winter. And yeah, they're just basically the best shoe. Like, they're so classic. I had worn Doc Martens for so long too, and I'm so glad that I waited and ended up finally thrifting them. But yeah, I think this still stands to be my greatest thrifting achievement of all time. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever get over the fact that I thrifted these. And then lastly for boots, we just have these Timberland boots. I usually only wear these when it's like super snowing outside, and I want to keep my toes a little bit warmer and drier. I've had these for so long. They're just like the kind of tan version of the boot, has a little bit of like a Sherpa lining. I have since replaced the laces actually, just because the other ones were really fraying on the ends. They're just a good winter boot. I'm so glad that I ended up getting this like tan version, because I feel like the bright orange Timberlands were definitely a trend, and these ones are just a lot more classic, so I'm super happy that I went with this color because they're obviously a little more timeless compared to the orangey kind of version. So yeah guys, that is pretty much all of my shoes. I think it's a pretty good collection. There's not too many where I like don't have time to wear them all. I pretty much wear all of them. I'm wondering if I could only choose like one pair of shoes to wear it for the rest of my life, which ones it would be. For like a boot, it would obviously be like the Doc Martens. And for sneaker, I think it would either be the white Converse or like the black Old Schools. Both I feel like are just like very classic and like go with anything. Let me know what your guys' favorite like pair of shoes is to wear. I know I mostly just wear like Vans and Converse, so maybe I should like try to expand to different brands. So yeah, let me know what your guys' like very favorite pair of shoes is to wear. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon.